Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most thrilling and mysterious stories in Hollywood. The shocking death of silver screen legend Gene Hackman. When the FBI unexpectedly raided his $4 million mansion in New Mexico, they uncovered not only a shocking crime scene, but also a secret tunnel that was never listed in any official blueprint. Why did this hidden tunnel exist? Was the death of Gene Hackman and his unfortunate wife just a tragic accident? Or is there a dark conspiracy that's been buried for years? Buckle up, because today's story will take you deep into the chilling secrets hidden behind Hollywood's glamorous facade. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of the twists and turns. The shocking secret beneath Gene Hackman's mansion. FBI uncovers hidden tunnel, mysterious symbols, and a chilling conspiracy. When FBI agents entered Gene Hackman's luxurious mansion, they quickly sensed something was off. Inside the home, there were no clear signs of a break-in or struggle, yet the atmosphere felt heavy and unsettling. A musty odor lingered in every corner, strange markings appeared on the floors, and the furniture was coated with dust, as if the house had been abandoned for quite some time. But the real shock came when they discovered a hidden door concealed behind a wooden wall in Hackman's private library. Behind it, a dark staircase descended deep underground. What exactly had Hackman been hiding beneath his own home? Following the secret passage, agents found themselves in a dimly lit tunnel, where their flashlights barely illuminated the damp, moss-covered stone walls. Parts of the tunnel had collapsed, but what remained revealed chilling secrets. Wooden shelves lined the walls, filled with old boxes of documents, faded film reels, and black-and-white photos of strangers captured in mysterious settings. Some images showed secret meetings of men in suits, while scattered documents mentioned cryptic transactions and coded notes. Was this Hackman's personal vault of secrets? Or had someone else been using the underground chamber for darker purposes? Deeper inside the tunnel, the agents came across a thick iron door, rusted, handleless, and secured with an old lock. Its very presence raised countless questions. Who built it? What lay beyond it? Most disturbingly, was something terrifying hidden inside? Strange symbols were carved into the surface of the door, possibly a cipher or emblem from a secret organization. As the FBI worked to unlock it, they couldn't help but wonder if whatever was behind that door might change the entire course of the investigation. If you were an FBI agent, would you open it, or would you fear what could be waiting on the other side? Hours into the search, agents uncovered a small, locked wooden box containing a worn-out notebook. But this was no ordinary journal. Its yellowed pages were filled with frantic, messy handwriting, fragmented stories of a double life, strange encounters, and encrypted dealings. Some pages even described events that had never been reported in the media, leaving many to wonder if Hackman was connected to secrets the public was never meant to know. Was he a victim in all of this? Or was he part of a bigger, darker plan? Beyond the documents, the tunnel also held bizarre equipment. Some tools looked like they belonged to a craftsman, while others seemed designed for mysterious scientific experiments. There were old medical instruments, jars filled with unidentified liquids, and even blueprints of devices no one had ever seen before. Will these secrets ever be brought into the light? While the FBI investigation continues, this case remains full of unanswered questions. What lies behind the iron door? Could the old documents expose a larger conspiracy? And most importantly, who is really behind all of this? Do you think the truth about Gene Hackman will ever be revealed? Or will it stay forever buried in the shadows? The strange and unsolved mysteries beneath the mansion. Beneath the thick layer of dust, the agents discovered an eerie collection of odd tools. Some appeared to belong to a skilled craftsman, while others resembled instruments used for mysterious experiments. These tools, neglected and forgotten, seemed out of place in the otherwise pristine surroundings of the mansion. The objects raised immediate questions. What were they used for? And why were they hidden so carefully? Every piece unearthed added more fuel to the growing fire of speculation surrounding the death of Gene Hackman. As the agents ventured deeper into the hidden space, the walls of the tunnel revealed strange symbols carved into the stone. These cryptic markings stretched across the floor and up the walls, their meanings unclear but undeniably deliberate. Some of these symbols bore a resemblance to those found in secret societies, while others seemed entirely foreign. They weren't just random scratches. They were a form of communication, perhaps from a time long past or from individuals with a purpose far more sinister than anyone could imagine. The discovery of these symbols was unsettling, yet it wasn't the only mystery that demanded attention. In the center of the room, a large stone slab was hidden beneath a thick carpet, its weight and placement suggesting it had been moved only by someone with intimate knowledge of the mansion's secret spaces. What could be hidden beneath the slab? Was it another entrance, a hidden vault, or something far more dangerous? The presence of such tools and symbols suggested that the mansion was not just a home for a Hollywood legend. It was as though Hackman had been involved in something far darker and more complex than anyone realized. Was it possible that these objects were part of a covert operation or an underground society, long forgotten by the public, but still alive in the shadows? The agents couldn't dismiss the idea that Hackman may have known something that others had tried desperately to conceal. Each item found in the hidden space seemed to tell a story of its own. One tool, in particular, stood out, a peculiar device that looked like it could have been used for an ancient ritual. Its intricate design and materials suggested it had been crafted by someone with deep knowledge of the occult. Could Hackman have been involved in dark practices, or was this simply the result of a long-forgotten hobby? The more the agents uncovered, the more questions arose. Theories about what these strange tools and symbols could mean began to circulate. Some speculated that Hackman had been a part of a secret society, one that operated in the shadows of Hollywood, with deep ties to powerful individuals who had been covering up their activities for decades. Others believed the mansion might hold the key to understanding a web of hidden crimes, spanning not just years, but centuries. As the investigation progressed, the agents uncovered even more evidence of Hackman's connection to these strange occurrences. Letters, some faded and others barely legible, hinted at meetings with individuals whose names had been erased from public memory. What were these meetings about? Could they have been related to the tools and symbols found in the mansion's secret spaces? Despite all the clues, the mystery remained far from solved. The agents knew that with each new discovery, they were only scratching the surface of a much larger and far more dangerous secret. What exactly had Gene Hackman been involved in, and why did he go to such lengths to hide it? The answers seemed elusive, but one thing was certain. The mansion's hidden secrets were far darker than anyone had ever imagined. The forgotten treasure beneath the mansion. A chilling discovery of secrets. Buried underground. No one on the FBI team could have imagined what lay hidden beneath the lavish, multi-million-dollar mansion. As they descended the creaky, aged staircase deep into the earth, every step echoed through the cold, damp darkness, pulling them further into a mystery straight out of a thriller. Flashlights scanned across the cracked stone walls, revealing the wear of time and secrets long buried. This was no ordinary basement. This was the entrance to something that had been forgotten, locked away from the world for decades. The scene that unfolded before them left everyone holding their breath. Beneath the foundation of this luxurious Hollywood estate, an expansive tunnel revealed itself, filled with stacks of old wooden crates covered in layers of dust and cobwebs. The air was thick with the smell of mold and damp earth, like walking straight into the set of a horror film. Some of the crates had rotted and broken open, while others remained perfectly sealed, as if no one had touched them for 50 years or more. With steady hands and quiet focus, one agent carefully pried open a crate that still bore its original seal. Instantly, the room fell completely silent, the atmosphere heavy with anticipation. Inside lay a collection of yellowed photographs, their edges curled and brittle with age. Faces stared back from the faded images, strangers with haunting expressions, dressed in styles from another era. Some photos captured secret meetings in shadowy locations, with landscapes so strange they felt ripped from an old legend. What sent chills down everyone's spine, though, were the neatly tied bundles of leather-bound files stacked alongside the photos. The pages inside were fragile, scribbled with hasty notes, journal entries, and what looked like reports on events no one had ever publicly spoken of. It was as if someone had tried to document the details of a dark, dangerous secret, then locked it all away underground, hoping no one would ever find it. In another crate, the agents stumbled upon something even more unsettling. Inside was a small collection of personal belongings, a vintage pocket watch engraved with delicate patterns, a handful of strange antique jewelry, and a thin leather notebook with pages nearly worn to dust. But the handwritten words inside that notebook hinted at something much more disturbing. A confession, or perhaps a recounting of events that were never meant to surface. The opening entries of the notebook revealed the anxious thoughts of someone who appeared to be tangled up in a shadowy scheme. The writing was erratic, sometimes cryptic, but certain sentences read like someone desperately trying to clear their conscience. What's more, a few names mentioned in the pages matched well-known figures in Hollywood, sending an icy wave of suspicion through the team. Could these be clues to a conspiracy that had been hiding in plain sight for years? As the agents swept through the rest of the tunnel, more disturbing clues emerged. Toward the end of the passage, a section of the stone wall appeared newer than the rest, as if it had been rebuilt not long ago. Behind that wall, was there another chamber? More evidence? Or perhaps the final resting place of secrets too dangerous to reveal? With each discovery, the mystery grew darker, shifting from a forgotten treasure hunt into an unthinkable cover-up. With everything unearthed from beneath the cold, silent ground, the sudden death of the Hollywood legend upstairs now seemed far from accidental. Had he been an innocent man caught in the crossfire of forces far beyond his control? Or had he been the keeper of these secrets all along? Those questions remain unanswered. But one thing is certain. Beneath the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, there are shadows that run deeper than anyone dares to imagine. The Mansion of Hackman, a fortress of mysteries. Gene Hackman's mansion has long been known as a symbol of wealth and power in the Hollywood world. Nestled in a remote, secluded area, it stands like an impregnable fortress, surrounded by massive iron gates and sturdy walls. The mansion's exterior not only impresses with its multi-million-dollar value, but also with an air of mystery that envelops the place, making everyone curious about the secrets hidden inside. The lavish rooms and meticulously cared-for gardens create a picture of perfection. Yet behind that perfection lie things no one could have anticipated. While the mansion's exterior radiates wealth and elegance, it's merely a facade that hides an inexplicable mystery. Only when a team of FBI agents discovered a secret tunnel deep underground did the story of Hackman's mansion become a subject of public shock. This tunnel, though narrow and gloomy, has an odd allure for those seeking the truth. Why did Hackman build such a tunnel beneath his mansion? It's not just a secret escape route. It's a key piece in the mystery surrounding his life. Was Hackman preparing for an emergency escape? Or was this tunnel the place where he hid valuable items he didn't want anyone to find? As the agents delved deeper inside, they discovered strange signs and unexplained items. Among them were tools, some appearing to belong to a skilled tradesman, while others seemed to be equipment used in mysterious experiments. This only raised more questions. Was Hackman involved in shady dealings or dangerous activities he tried to conceal? Additionally, odd symbols were etched into the walls, stretching across the floor of the tunnel, which added to the enigma of the place. These symbols could be some form of code, or a special language understood only by those in the know. However, no one could decipher them, and all theories about their meaning remain speculative. The deeper the agents investigated the mansion's secrets, the more unresolved questions they encountered. One of the biggest questions was whether Hackman had lived in a world of isolation, hiding secrets even from his wife. Or could this tunnel be the key to unlocking a dark story related to his mysterious death and that of his wife? With every step forward, it felt like everyone was being pulled into an intense mental game, where secrets lurked in the shadows. Hackman may have built a fortress not only to protect his wealth and life, but also to conceal truths that could completely change the public's perception of him. The investigation's outcome still holds many mysteries, but one thing is certain: Gene Hackman's mansion is not just the residence of a Hollywood legend, but a fortress of secrets that have never been revealed. What's hidden beneath may change everything the public once knew about him, his life, and the mysterious deaths of him and his wife. The mysterious iron door and the secrets buried behind it. Beneath the surface of the haunting discovery in Gene Hackman's mansion, an even more terrifying secret awaited. As the flashlight beams cut through the darkness of the tunnel, an old rusted iron door emerged from the shadows. It stood silently in the cold, its lack of a handle, and the heavy, weathered lock that clung to it made it seem as though it had been forgotten by time itself. The question lingered in the air like a chilling breeze. What could possibly be hidden behind this door? Was it connected to the mysterious deaths of John Hackman and his wife? Or was it harboring something far more sinister? The silence in the tunnel grew heavier as agents approached the door. The eerie sensation that something ancient and powerful lay just beyond it became almost palpable. Despite the mounting tension, there was no clear sign of what the door might conceal. Was it a mere relic of forgotten history? Or did it serve as a gateway to a secret so dark it could change everything the world thought it knew about the Hackman legacy? Rumors had begun to swirl around the investigation, fueled by whispers from those who had heard of the mansion's eerie underground passage. Some believed that the door led to a hidden underground network, a secret society whose reach extended deep into the fabric of Hollywood itself. Others speculated that the door concealed evidence of a conspiracy that had been carefully concealed for decades, its true purpose and scope only now beginning to unravel. The FBI, though tight-lipped about the findings, couldn't stop the flood of speculation. It became apparent that whatever lay behind the iron door, it was far more than a simple artifact of the mansion's past. No one knew how long the door had stood untouched, but its presence suggested a deliberate concealment, an intentional hiding of something crucial. Whether it was a connection to Hackman's secret life or an entirely new mystery, the door had become a symbol of a story far larger than anyone had initially imagined. As the investigation continued, rumors of other hidden rooms and underground chambers within the mansion emerged, with people asking why such elaborate measures had been taken to seal off this section of the property. The peculiar absence of any mention of this iron door in the mansion's historical records only added to the sense that it had been purposefully omitted, further deepening the intrigue surrounding its true nature. What could the door's ominous silence mean? Was it simply a relic of an era gone by? Or was it the final piece of a puzzle that, if solved, would expose a horrifying truth? No one could say for sure. Still, one thing was clear: the key to understanding Hackman's death and the deadly secrets hidden beneath his lavish home lay somewhere behind that rusted door. As agents carefully deliberated whether to break open the lock, the atmosphere grew thick with tension. What they would find on the other side could either solve a mystery or open the floodgates to a whole new one. Would the truth be more dangerous than the lies that had been spun for years? Only time would tell if the secrets buried behind the iron door would finally see the light of day. What truths are being hidden? The discoveries made in the secret tunnel beneath Gene Hackman's mansion continue to raise more questions about the mysterious deaths of both Hackman and his wife. FBI agents have gathered numerous pieces of evidence, but these clues seem to only make things more confusing. Some now believe that the tunnel was not just a secret passage, but an important route that someone could use to sneak in or out of the estate undetected. But the bigger question remains unanswered. Who would need such an escape route, and why? Agents are carefully examining old documents, photographs, and strange objects found within the tunnel. Every new detail adds to the mystery surrounding Hackman's life. The old photographs and peculiar items seem to have some connection to Hackman's past, and they could hold the key to unraveling the dark events that unfolded during his life. However, every discovery leads to a new question, leaving everyone even more confused about what really happened. As agents dig deeper into these materials, the strange symbols carved on the walls of the tunnel catch their attention. These symbols may not just be some form of code or strange language. They could hold the key to unlocking a secret that has never been revealed. Every mark, every symbol, is another clue that sends the investigation into a deadlock, as no one has been able to explain them. With each new discovery, the ambiguity surrounding Hackman's death only grows. Could the tunnel and the findings within it be connected to his death and that of his wife? Some are beginning to suspect that Hackman was involved in some secret activity, a conspiracy he kept hidden throughout his life. But how can all of these strange signs be explained? Are they indicators of a dark truth, or just scattered clues that will never come together? With the strange objects and symbols found in the tunnel, the agents seem to be diving deeper into a spiral of uncertainty. All of these pieces of evidence only seem to create more doubt and theories, without any concrete answers. The truth about Hackman's death may lie hidden somewhere in these items, but will they be enough to reveal everything? As the public follows the investigation, the questions continue to pile up. People are starting to speculate about the connections between Hackman and those who may have been involved in his death. Could the signs in the tunnel point to a conspiracy, or are they just remnants of a past Hackman tried to keep concealed? Some believe the tunnel and its discoveries will lead to a horrifying secret, while others doubt that this will ever be fully explained. The iron gate, locked shut, remains a symbol of mystery. While the agents have done everything they can to uncover the truth, that gate remains one of the greatest unknowns in the investigation. When the door is finally opened, will we be faced with a horrifying secret? Or will it just be a collection of events that can never be fully explained? As the investigation progresses, more questions remain. The story of Gene Hackman and his wife's deaths will likely continue to be a topic of debate, as the secrets behind it all remain hidden. Will the truth ever be uncovered? Or will this always be a mystery with no answers?